Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the news stories we have coming up for you tonight. The pedestrian believed to have been killed in a hit and run last week in Malaga has been identified. With this unseasonably hot weather upon us, we'll tell you where to find various cooling centers around the Wenatchee Valley. And speaking of weather, record high temperatures on tap over the next couple of days, with temperatures soaring to around 106 degrees. An altercation in the 600 block of South Mission Street late Saturday preceded the fatal shooting of a 15-year-old boy, according to Wenatchee police. Gunshots were reported about 11:29 p.m. near the intersection of South Mission and Peachy Street. The teenager was pronounced dead at the scene after police and medical responders arrived. The victim has been identified as Tony Figueroa. Police said the suspect fled in a vehicle and was still being sought. 5 people were hospitalized following a 2-car crash early Saturday morning on State Route 97, 5 miles south of the Beebe Bridge. The Washington State Patrol reports that at 4 a.m., a southbound 2001 Honda Civic crossed the center line all the way onto the northbound shoulder before re-entering the northbound lane and then striking a 2000 Ford F-350 that was towing a boat. The driver of the Civic, 23-year-old Pedro Escobar Miranda of Arrondo, and his passenger, 24-year-old Alejandro Medrano of Quincy, were transported to Lake Chelan Hospital with unknown injuries. The 3 occupants of the truck were also taken to Lake Chelan Hospital. The State Patrol says that Miranda attempted to flee on foot but was taken into custody a short time later. The Civic came to rest in a ditch that sparked a small brush fire, and the highway was fully blocked for 4.5 hours. Miranda faces charges of vehicular assault and hit and run. The State Patrol reports that drugs or alcohol was a factor in the accident. The pedestrian believed to have been killed in a hit and run last week in Malaga has been identified. Eduardo Santiago, age 70, was found dead on Malaga-Alcoa Highway near to Milk Creek Road early Thursday after he was struck by a vehicle that drove away from the scene. Chelan County Coroner Wayne Harris says Santiago was homeless and was last known to reside in and around Locomotive Park in Wenatchee. He died of blunt force injuries from the accident, and Chelan County Sheriff's deputies are still seeking a blue Honda sedan that may have been involved. Harris says his office has not been able to reach Santiago's next of kin. Anyone who might know Santiago's family is asked to call the coroner's office at 667-6431. A structure fire on 10th Street Northeast in East Wenatchee forced 3 people out of their home on Friday. The fire started about 4:22 p.m. outside the home at 10th Street and Eastmont Avenue. The Wenatchee Valley Fire Department says the flames climbed the exterior siding and burned into the attic through the eaves. There was no fire damage to the inside, but Assistant Chief Cam Phillips says water that was sprayed into the attic to fight the fire caused the ceilings to collapse, making the house unlivable. All 3 residents plus their cat escaped without injury. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. When we come back, with this unseasonably hot weather upon us, we'll tell you where to find various cooling centers around the Wenatchee Valley. Chelan County Commissioners awarded over $1.1 million to 6 different municipal and affordable housing projects last week. The Wenatchee Valley's police tactical team is in line for a new heavy-duty emergency vehicle, and we will tell you about a new Wenatchee area business serving up some sweet treats. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Enjoy the sounds of summer from your very own pool and spa. Blue Lagoon is now scheduling pool installations for this summer. Call today to schedule a free consultation for a custom San Juan fiberglass pool. And let the experts at Blue Lagoon handle the construction, installation, and regular maintenance. Turn your boring backyard into vacation paradise this summer with industry-leading San Juan pool. No need to go off the deep end. Relax knowing you're in great hands with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa.
Hi everybody, Dan Kuntz alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. We're switching from the cold of winter to the heat of summer. That can put a lot of stress in your HVAC unit.
Yeah, it really can, Dan. I would recommend that you get a maintenance. It can catch any potential problems that you might have during the peak of summer. And it's just a good idea to do on all season changes.
Great idea, good advice. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
The National Weather Service is predicting temperatures of up to 106 degrees this week. If you find yourself without access to proper air conditioning, cooling centers will be available around the Wenatchee Valley this week. The libraries in both Wenatchee and East Wenatchee will have their doors open to shelter those who need it. The Chelan-Douglas Health District says the upcoming heat wave could impact heat-sensitive infrastructure and potentially cause water-related accidents or power outages. Extreme heat means that people are more prone to heat-related illness, so staying in a cool environment is crucial. For more information regarding the heat wave and how to identify heat-related illness, visit the Health District's website. Chelan County Commissioners awarded over $1.1 million to 6 different municipal and affordable housing projects last week. The grants come from the Cascade Public Infrastructure Fund, which was created to help finance public projects that help the retention of businesses, jobs, and permanently affordable housing. The amounts range from $30,000 to $350,000, and the projects include a 31-unit affordable workforce housing project in Leavenworth and development of 8 attainable units or cottages on 9th Street in Wenatchee. Others include the relocation of a sewer main line in the North Wenatchee area and improvements to the water line, stormwater drainage system, and roads at the port-owned Cashmere Mill site. The grant program, which is in its 3rd year, is funded by the Rural Counties Tax. That's the sales and use tax for public facilities in rural counties. The Wenatchee Valley's police tactical team is in line for a new heavy-duty emergency vehicle. The Wenatchee City Council voted Thursday to pay the upfront cost on a nearly $400,000 Bearcat armored vehicle. It will replace the current military MRAP used by the East Cascade SWAT team, which is a partnership between the Valley's 4 police agencies. 3/4 of the cost will be reimbursed within 90 days by Chelan and Douglas counties, as well as the city of East Wenatchee. Police Chief Steve Crown told the Wenatchee Council that the new vehicle should arrive in about a year.
Moving forward, I think that this has got far better capabilities in technology. It provides ample protection for our team, similar to what the military vehicles do, but certainly more in line with what local law enforcement needs.
Carlos Corrales and his family are bringing a very sweet treat to Wenatchee: crepes. The Crepe House at 619 South Mission Street will offer a wide variety of coffees, teas, and customizable crepes. Whether you want fruit, chocolate, nuts, or gluten-free batter, it's totally up to you. The business will hold a soft opening August 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and a main opening from August 22nd from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. An official ribbon-cutting ceremony will take place later on September 7th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Coming up next, a cheerful crowd gathered at Methow Park on Saturday to mark the end of the cherry harvest. We'll tell you more in tonight's feature story. Sweltering hot temperatures today with even hotter, possibly record-setting temperatures the next couple of days. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
We're turning up the heat with the hottest deals of the year. Right now, during the hot summer clearance sale, only at Click It RV. #1 in sales and service. The best RV brands. Over 1,000 to choose from. And the best deals of the year on remaining 2023 model year-end clearance with incredible 30% off. Brand new RVs discounted up to 30%. Save thousands. Plus, no payments until 2024. During the hot summer clearance sale. Now, only at Click It RV. 5 Superstore locations. Hurry in today.
Pybus Public Market is on the move to make parking, dining, shopping, and events an even better experience for our community. Check out the progress that has already been made towards the revitalization. The Westside project is well on its way, but we need your help to get over the finish line. All donations are greatly appreciated and can be made online at our website or in person at the business office. We want to thank those who have already partnered with us. You are helping make the place we love a better place for our community to meet.
A cheerful crowd gathered at Methow Park on Saturday to mark the end of the cherry harvest. Many of the attendees worked the long, hot days of cherry season. The festival, which was put together by the Parque Padrinos group, was held in honor of their hard work. The day was filled with music, food vendors, talent shows, and plenty of cherry-themed competition. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE News spoke with Parque Padrinos committee member Juan Suarez about the end of Harvest Festival.
Alabío, alabao, alabim, bomba, Cherry Festival, the Cherry Festival, ra, 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 woo!
The Cherry Festival is something really amazing that I just found out this year. It's been going on for 4 years now, but it's to celebrate people who worked with the cherry, since it's to give them the importance of the cherry season, because we know it's very important for the economy, but we also want to thank everybody for doing all the hard job that they do, and it's just important. So we want them to feel proud of what they've done and keep them motivated to keep doing it, because we need it and we love it. We've been having a lot of different things going on. We had a kids talent show at the beginning. We also had some games that I personally enjoy a lot, because we had male and female and kids and everybody participating, and they were having some fun. Like they were eating cherries, see who can eat more cherries in a minute. We also had a contest of people like having a spoon in their mouth, like carrying one cherry on the top and trying to make it to the end. And it seems like everybody's having fun.
Oh, yeah! Right next to this cherry. This cherry is right there. Okay.
The vision that I see there is coming from Parque Padrinos. It's mainly to have people coming out and enjoy not just the park, but life in general. And cherry season is something that keeps people away from the streets, from the parks, because it's so heavy. I mean, we end up working sometimes more than 70 hours a week. So we want them to know that even when they're over there working so much, we still care about them, and we want them to be out here and enjoying their life, because it's all that matters.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you enjoyed the weekend. Boy, it was a nice one, that's for sure. Temperatures around normal, a little bit warmer yesterday into the mid-90s. But man, nothing like today or what we're going to see over the next couple of days. Look at all the clear skies out there looking down at the valley. And yeah, high pressure is creating a lot of heat coming our way. For Tuesday, let's get you into that. We know today was hot, and we'll talk about that in a second, but we could see temperatures around our viewing area as high as 108 degrees, possibly 107 on Wednesday, and I think we'll be more around 100 as we get into Thursday. But man, today right through Thursday, the hottest stretch of weather we've seen since last summer, and it might even be hotter than that stretch at one point or another. Wear sunscreen if you are out in the heat. That is critical. Also drink plenty of water. Avoid alcohol and caffeine if you do have to be outside. Dehydrates you. Wear a hat and sunglasses. Light clothing will help you out as well. Also, find some shade and take breaks as often as you're able. And also, if you're able, cool off in air conditioning when possible. Boy, we're not going to see much relief at night either. We'll talk more about that as well. We tied the record today unofficially, 102 degrees, and that ties 2021 just a couple of years ago at 102. 87 is our normal high temperature for this time of year. We started off at 70 degrees, well above our normal of 62 this morning. Our record low, 49, and that was set in 1982. Sunrise this morning, 5:56. and sets tonight at 8:14. All right, let's take a look at what we can expect getting you into a scorching hot Tuesday. 105, Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, 106 tomorrow. We should see 106 in the Wenatchee area. Eniat 105, Chelan 106, and look at Omak, 108 degrees, and even Lake Wenatchee, usually a lot cooler than us, still 100 degrees for a high temperature tomorrow. So boy, stay indoors if you have the chance tomorrow. All right, tonight we can expect clear skies out there. There's the dominating area of high pressure, and it's not going anywhere. Very warm overnight lows tonight. We are talking mid to upper 70s for overnight lows tonight, so not much relief from the heat. Tuesday, record highs are definitely attainable for us tomorrow. Our record is 101. We will be right around 105 in the Wenatchee area, maybe 106 as we just talked about. And Wednesday, we might do it all over again. Our record is 103. We're thinking about 105 for a high temperature once again on Wednesday. And then for Thursday, high clouds and still hot. Highs will be near 100. Our record is 102 for Thursday, so I think that one is probably safe. But boy, I definitely think we're going to set records the next couple of days. And then getting into Friday, we'll see a bit breezy conditions. An area of low pressure will slide into eastern Washington. We will cool down just some on Friday with high temperatures into the low 90s. So getting back closer to normal as we get you into Friday. And then for the upcoming weekend, boy, our high pressure slides north, and that'll allow some much cooler northwesterly air our way. Partly cloudy with highs Saturday, back to normal in the mid to upper 80s. And then a pretty normal day for Sunday, too. At the end of our forecast, there's still that high pressure with that northwesterly flow. A few more clouds around on Sunday as well, but temperatures will be mild with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 77 overnight tonight. There we have it, 106 tomorrow. Look at that low, almost 80 degrees tomorrow night, 104 on Wednesday, so record highs. We tied it today. We'll probably break it these 2 days. Then around 99 as we get you into Thursday. Bit breezy for Friday at 92, and then a partly cloudy weekend coming up, and temperatures much cooler. 87 for Saturday and 86 your high temperature on Sunday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why we need you. We need people to run cameras so I can get back down on the broadcast and talk about what's going on. We pay $75 per event. If it's sports, if it's a parade, if it's Apple Blossom, if it's a Super Oval, $75. If that sounds like some extra good money for you, we'd love you to be part of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. sports@ncwlife.com. In the meantime, I gotta go figure out this camera. Well, the Mariners lost a heartbreaker in 10 innings to Baltimore yesterday by a final of 5-3. The back-and-forth ball game came down to the final 2 innings with the Orioles grabbing a lead in the 9th. Seattle finding a way to tie it in the bottom of the 9th on a dramatic home run.
Henderson takes it the other way into left field. Marlowe's there to make the play. McCann will tag from third and score. And Gunnar Henderson's sacrifice fly gives the Orioles a regulation run. They're on the board early today with a 1-0 lead in the third. Cracked into center field, base hit. Rojas coming home. The throw from Hayes is cut off, and Eugenio Suarez, who else, drives in a run in time. Line into left field for a base hit. This might find its way to the wall, and it does. Rojas being waved in. He hits third. He pedals home. Rojas scores, and Julio has given the Mariners a 2-1 lead. Hayes left side, and it gets over the leaping try of Moore. Mountcastle waved around third. Throw to the plate is cut off. Austin Hayes comes through with a big 2-out hit to tie the game. They call a balk? They must have. I think they've called a balk on Munoz. They're saying he didn't come set. At the top corner, left corner of your screen. This may not end well. Adam Beck is the third base umpire. No count. And Rutschman with a little dribbler. Munoz coming to the plate. He's safe. Oh, he got in there. How did he do it? Mateo under the tag, and the Orioles take the lead.
Wow. He's off.
Seattle is challenged. Obviously will challenge now.
Wow, what a slide.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Seattle loses their challenge.
And the Orioles take the lead. A Norfolk win over the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. France into center field. Hit well. Hit deep. Mullins.
He got it. He got it.
Cannot be serious.
Oh my gosh.
He cannot have just done that.
Oh.
He cannot have just done that.
That ball was over the fence.
The
Are
play
you
of a lifetime.
Kidding me.
Canzone. A towering fly ball. Dom Canzone. He ties it off the windows. His first home run as a Mariner. In the most dramatic of ways. You're not bringing that one back. And Mullins drives this one into right field. That's a fair ball.
Up.
That is deep. That is out of here. Cedric Mullins robs a home run. Cedric Mullins hits a home run. And the Orioles are back in front.
You kidding me? Cedric this is probably the greatest 2 half innings I've ever seen a player have. He brings a home run back, hits one foul, and then comes back and hits a 2-run homer to give the Orioles a 2-run lead.
Survive without him. Rodriguez on the ground to short. Mateo is there on to first, and the Orioles have done it. The series win of the season in Seattle. 5-3-10. We'll remember this one forever as the Cedric Mullins game.
Baltimore also won Saturday's game in 10 innings, 1-0 after the Mariners took Game 1 on Friday 9-2. Manager Scott Service says they just lost to a very good team on the other side.
We have a very good team. You see two, well-disciplined teams. They make the plays defensively. They run the bases well. They grind through at bats just like we do. They just scored one more run in each of the games, last couple. It happens. Two very evenly matched teams, I think, is the best way to describe that series. Obviously, the last couple nights, the extra inning games, it hurts when you don't win them. Yeah, get the big play at the end, and I wish they would have left Cedric Mullins on the bench today. It turned out, made an unbelievable catch on Ty's ball, but, we don't quit. Dom comes up, hits a big homer after that. But unfortunately, weren't able to shut him down there in the 10th inning. I thought, they did a really good job. They pitched us tough here the last couple of days. Bredich has really good stuff. We know that coming in there. It's a really good curveball and the slider, and just didn't get much going against him. A tough way to lose a series. We haven't lost a series in a long time. We've been playing very good baseball, and I thought we played well in this series. Just it's a good team over there. They made big plays in big moments and got a couple more big hits than we did. So, again, efforts there. Guys are grinding, playing really good baseball. We head out on a big road trip right now, and, things happen. In the course of a tight game like that, you need things to go your way, and we didn't get it done today. So, again, playing good ball. We'll get out on the road and continue out there.
Seattle begins a 10-game road trip in Kansas City. That game on Root Sports Northwest right now. Well, checking the Les Schwab American League West scoreboard, Washington scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning to walk off against Oakland 8-7. Shohei Ohtani's 41st home run of the season proved to be the game winner for Los Angeles as the Angels edged Houston 2-1. San Francisco walked off against Texas in 10 innings on Patrick Bailey's 2-run home run. Rangers took 2 of 3 in the series and remain atop the West standings by 2.5 games over the Astros. Seattle remains 6.5 back in the West, but only trail Toronto by a game and a half for the final wild card playoff spot. It'll be the Knights and Harbor Cats for the West Coast League Championship tonight. Victoria held off Bellingham in a 7-6 win to take the WCL's North Division title on Saturday. Corvallis beat Portland 4-1 to win the South Division title. Victoria heads for Corvallis tonight to play for the West Coast League title. That's at 8 o'clock game. Harbor Cats are looking for their first ever WCL championship, while it would be the 10th title for the Knights and 7th in a row. Well, hot temperatures made for a great racing night at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval on Saturday with the Columbia River Throwdown. Okanagan's Evan Getz once again proved to be faster than the rest in winning the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Model main event. Quincy's Casey Klein was second, followed by East Wenatchee's Garrett Evans. Bob Greiner drove the number 25 car across the line first in the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Car main event. The driver from East Wenatchee was joined on the podium by fellow townsman Cameron Doyle in second. South Cle Elum's Andrew Aper was third. Wyatt Flowers is from Palmer, Alaska, but continues to find a home at WVSO. The youngster made it 5 wins and 5 feature races Saturday, winning the Angel Bail Bonds Bandoleros main event. Sidney Hamlin of Post Falls, Idaho was second, followed by Wenatchee's Caden Steinberg. It was an all-Western Washington podium in the Northwest Pro 4 Trucks main event as Tacoma's Pete Brady took first. Snohomish's Cole Cooey was second. Long Beach, Washington's Mike Wiley was third. It was a Spokane sweep in the main event for the Tri-State Mini Stock Tour as Casey Garber was first, followed by Colton Schultz and Patrick DeBari. They'll be back at it, by the way, this weekend at WVSO with a bump to pass and boat race destruction night. Racing will feature the Rockstar Energy B-Mods, Plum Perfect Roadrunners, the AMCA Bandit Dwarf Cars, Johnson Electric Bump to Pass, Boat Race Destruction, and the Zero Handicap Youth Roadrunners. Go to WVSO.com to find out more about the race and to get your tickets. That's a look at sports news. Have a happy Monday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we're going to put a wrap on the Apple Sox 2023 campaign with our good buddy Storman Joel Norman. A good year. Not as deep into the playoffs as we'd like to be, but a very solid team full of very solid young men who are going to be great contributors to the world at large. It was a good year.
It was a great year. You know, you look at the regular season record, the 37 wins were tied for the second most in a single summer in Apple Sox history, best home record in franchise history. So many positives to highlight, but I think this is just going to fuel us even more in 2024. But, you know, for right now, we're remembering a lot of the fun times we had this summer and the great relationships formed.
Memories with Joel Norman as we wrap up the Apple Sox 2023 campaign on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at NCWLIFE.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.
Baseball, the Symphony, Super Oval, and graduations are all community events we're proud to bring you on the NCW Life channel. Coverage is made possible by Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Apple Barrel Bark, Castle Rock International Real Estate, Confluence Health, JDSA Law, Mary Maids, Mini Blinds, and more. Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. A reflection of and spotlight on the communities we call home. The NCWLIFE channel.